All right, I think we are in it. Sweet. All right, more Foundations drafts coming at you. I think yeah, I'll just use coins, I guess. I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's a difference between the value of gold and gems as far as entry, but I never remember which one's which, and so I just kind of randomly pick. Um, yeah, I'm gonna hope to just draft a rare that I haven't gotten to play with yet. I'll probably end up in green because that's just how these drafts have gone. And sure enough, Elvish Archdruid. I have opened the Archdruid before, but I haven't been in a position to take it. Uh, oh, sorry. Um, there are two cards at least in this. Probably actually multiple cards. Um, that are better than the Elvish Archdruid here. I am a little tempted to take it just because I want to try to draft elves and like force elves, get Dwynen, some Dwynen's Elite and stuff like that. And what better place to start than Elvish Archdruid? But there is a Fiery Annihilation, an Arcane Epiphany, Bake into a Pie, all telling me to not pick the Archdruid. Um, yeah. You know what? No. Let's draft elves. Let's go nuts. Okay, this is not pre-recorded, I swear. I don't know. That wouldn't make it any different, but I'm gonna take another Elvish Archdruid over Dwynen. I think I'm more likely to get another Dwynen later at Uncommon. It's also legendary, so I don't necessarily want multiples of Dwynen. I do definitely want multiples of Archdruid, and I think it's a little bit better anyway, if we're going for the elf deck. Like 3/4 reach is a good body, whatever. Still pumps all the other elves, same as Archdruid, but I think adding mana is a little bit better than just gaining a few life each time you attack. And Dwynen has to attack too, so you have to put her at risk, and she's better on defense anyway. So I'll go with another Archdruid. Maybe we can get this elf deck to come together. They can at least pump themselves, even if I don't get any other elves. Um, okay. So a Cat Collector and a Johnny's Pridemate, both very good white cards. They work pretty well together. Just makes a food token. But I think I'm going to take Overrun. Squad Rallier probably wouldn't be that bad in an elf deck, but I'm going to grab Overrun, make sure I get a copy of it, because I'm definitely going to want it in the elf deck if I get there. No guarantee that I reopen another Overrun at Uncommon. Bushwhack is fine. I like Plunderer well enough. I think Evolving Wilds would be a totally fine pick too. But I'll take an Overrun. Just go heavy green. All right, well there we go. Llanowar Elves, perfect. The best elf in the format, I think. Passing some good uncommons, Fabling Trick, Trainer, and Garruk's Uprising in the right deck can be decent. Although, I think you do have to have a very specific selection of cards to actually make it good. But yeah, happy to take Llanowar Elves. Passing in Jungle Hollow, I know, so like, the elf deck is basically green-black, so having green-black fixing would be nice. Maybe we can wheel this Infestation Sage if nobody else is in it. But happy to take a Llanowar Elves there. Okay, so I could go hard on the elves and take a Sage here, but I don't think it'd be that hard to get Sages later. And I'm thinking about Nessian Hornbeetle here. Even though the elf deck doesn't necessarily go for like the big creatures, I think it could still be good. Then of course there's Macabre Waltz, Pilfer in black. I like Cackling Prowler too, but it's just kind of a random 4. Decent stats, decent abilities. I'm gonna go with the Hornbeetle. I do think the Horn Beetle is good if you happen to get some good creatures. A third Sage in as many packs, so probably not going to have any shortage of those. That being said, I don't really want any of these other cards. I mean, Micromancer's good, but not really where I'm going. Same with Sailor. I guess I'll take a Sage. I mean, Broken Wings you can probably just play in the main. Flyers are a problem typically for heavy green lists. People are running Banishing Light and whatnot. But, I mean, both of these cards I'll be able to get multiples of, so... There we go. Now we get a Rex Sage. It's a Disenchant effect and an elf. Perfect. Passing a Giant Growth. Hopefully get at least one of those later on. Passing Ruby. But I'll take a Sage. Be happy about that. Alright, there's our first Dwynen's Elite. Passing a Snakeskin Veil for it, which I do really like Snakeskin Veil. But I think I just want maximum elves. I mean, in general, Snakeskin Veil is a better card, but when you have this much of an elf start, I think I just want the Elite. And now, Mild-Mannered Librarian, unfortunately, is not an elf, even though it'd be nice to have another one-drop elf with some late-game upside. I think it's still the pick here, though. Like, I don't really want Pilfer too much. Ambush Wolf is just fine, but it's mostly filler. It's good in the 4-power Matters deck. I mean, it works with Horn Beetle, of course, but I think Librarian's better. Okay, now we get another Prowler. Thornwood Falls. I might want a Thornwood Falls if I open a good blue rare or something, but I think Grow from the Ashes is pretty good. And if I get Tatyova, I'm going to want a Grow from the Ashes. I mean, I want both of these, I guess, if I open Tatyova. I like the Grow, though. Squad Rallier or Plunderer. I guess if I'm in Elves, I'm going to end up more black, but I think Rallier is a little bit better. Typically, I think I'll still take the Plunderer. Probably not going to play either one. I'll grab an Uprising, but I don't anticipate playing it. Put these black cards on the side for now until I get more elves in black to make me actually want to get there. Ooh. Okay, they might be getting back in because High Society Hunter, despite not being an elf, is a very good rare. When it attacks, you can sack another creature, put one counter on it, and then anytime another non-token creature dies, that's yours or your opponent's, you draw a card. So it doesn't work with like the Dwynen's Elite tokens, or like the 5-drop elf landfall guy. I forget what his name is, but works with everything else. So you can Rex Sage and then attack, sack the Rex Sage, draw a card, stuff like that. So I think I'll be taking that over Gnarled Colony Bite Down. And then at that point, I'll probably get this Sage in. Okay, now we get another Llanowar Elves. That's very good. Passing a second Overrun. I'm not going to play 2 Overruns anyway. Homunculus Horde. Yeah, not passing very much, so happy to take an elf there. Ooh, now we get Sylvan Scavenging. I'm probably going to take this. 3 mana, Van Varen's Step, throw a counter on a creature, and then if you have a creature with power 4 or greater, you can you get the extra option of making a 3/3 green raccoon creature. So pretty cool. So even though my creatures aren't inherently 4 power, you can play Sylvan Scavenging, throw some counters on them, and eventually they get big enough to start making 3/3s. Passing a Bite Down, a Goldvein pick, Campus Guide, Serra Angel. Yep. And it is funny how good Serra Angel is even now. Just 5 mana, 4/4 flying Vigilance. It's a classic. But I'll be taking the Scavenging here. Now we get, ooh, a Burglar Rat I like. Burglar Rat is a good one. I have a lot of 3s, so taking Truffle Snout isn't quite as appealing, although Grow from the Ashes might not be making it in. Yeah, I mean, Stomper is pretty filler. It's fine, though. Not really interested in Shriek Mass. So I think it's between Truffle Snout and Rat. I'm definitely going to be much more heavy green. I want to play this Hunter, but there's a world where I actually don't end up playing it. I don't know. I think Rat might be better, but I'm going to go with the Truffle Snout. I think the Truffle Snout's pretty good. And it works well with Hornbeetle and Scavenging. Alright, happy to take another Elite here. Passing a Rune Scarred Demon, but I think it's fine. 7 mana. 7 mana is a lot. You can get there with the Elvish Archdruid, but it's also double black. Although I guess I'm already playing a double black vampire. Whatever. I think the Elite's just going to be better for the game plan. Cheap Elf. Makes a bunch of bodies for the Archdruids. Okay, now I got a Giant Growth. Passing and Evolving Wilds, I think it's okay though. Take the Growth. Another Micromancer. Not seeing a lot of black. There's just not really much reason for me to play Secluded Courtyard. I mean, I know I'm gonna have a lot of elves, but like I can just play a forest. I don't know. If I was like heavy green black elves specifically, I might take it, but the black cards I'm splashing, or the main black card I'm splashing, is not an elf, so I'll take a Juggernaut. Ambush Wolf, obviously 4 power for the Scavenging and for the Hornbeetle, but I think I just take Evolving Wilds here. Okay, Wield the Colony and Bushwhack. Colony's decent with the Scavenging, throwing counters around. And it can be a 4 power creature at 5 mana. I kind of like Bushwhack though. I don't know. I'll take the Colony. It's pretty versatile. Take a random dual land. Might not need it though. Goldvein Pick. Maybe. All right. Take a Stomper, I guess. Probably not going to play that. Although, maybe I do want, like, random 6... Are you kidding me? What is this? I open an Archdruid, I get past an Archdruid, I open an Archdruid. Like, what are the odds? There's so many rares in this set that I haven't seen yet. God. Okay. Passing an Elfsworn Giant, which I would like to wheel. Passing a mild-mannered Librarian. Hopefully the other green drafter takes that instead of the Giant. And I can wheel it. Because I would like one of those. But I'll take my 3rd Archdruid, I guess. It makes sense that nobody else wants the Archdruids like that. It wouldn't be that crazy to get 3 in a draft if nobody else is drafting elves. But to have, like, to kind of waste your first picks on Archdruids that nobody else wants, it does kind of suck. But it's okay. Now we get an Etali. Very strong card. Kind of expensive, double red, not really going to be in red. So I think it's between Felling Blow and Giant. The second Giant going around, so there's a decent chance I wheel one of them between the first and second pick. So I think I grab Felling Blow. It's also probably just a better card, so I'll grab that. Passing another Burglar Rat. I do think Burglar Rat's good. I passed the other one, but I think Burglar Rat's pretty good. Now it's between Seeker's Folly or Felling Blow. I could just be mono green. It'd probably be easier to just be mono green. I think the hunter's probably worth playing. Um, but I could easily be mono green. So I'll grab the felling blow again. Another Rec Sage is good. People playing Banishing Light and whatnot. Eaten Alive might be good. Have random Dwayne Elite tokens and whatnot, but let's just take another Rec Sage. Progenitus. I didn't even know Progenitus was in this set. That's funny. Inspiring Call. Inspiring Call is good with the felling blows and the scavenging. And I guess the Horn Beetle works with it. Colony, kind of. Librarian. Yeah, I have some counter stuff. I could actually see that wheeling, though, even though we're pick 5 already. Because I want to take the Snare Spinner. I think I need some flyer defense. Like, I'll happily take a second one here. Raise the Past. Mana value 2 or less from your river to the battlefield. That's cool. Yeah, I'll take another Spider. Probably cut the Juggernaut. Indrik. Giant Growth. I like Indrik. Gotta have something to do with this Archdruid mana, right? It's also what makes Snare Spinner good. Passing a Giant Growth I think is fine. Beastkin Ranger seems good. It's an elf, and also we get paid off for like multiple Dwayne's Elite tokens and stuff. It's a late Big Fin Bouncer. We have a lot of 3-drops. Alright, we've got the Elfsworn back. We might even get the second one back. I think I'm just going to be off black. Felidar Savior is a good card. Take a second right. Rare draft. Bushwhack, maybe. It's better when you're playing multiple colors. And we wield the Inspiring Call. I kind of thought that might happen. It seemed like there was only one other person in green, and Inspiring Call isn't even that great in most green decks. But I think we have enough counter synergy stuff with double Snare Spinner, Felling Blow. What else? Scavenging, Horn Beetle, Colony, Librarian. I think it could be worth playing. I only have to make one cut here. It's probably going to be like one of the Rec Sages. Yeah, it seems like that's probably it. Alright, I think this is a pretty good elf deck. I mean, as far as they go, triple Archdruid. Another good rare in Scavenging, couple Felling Blows is removal. Some mana sinks, you know, Snare Spinner, Librarian. Indrik at the top end, Overrun. Seems pretty good. See how it goes. I don't think Garruk's Uprising fits. I might want a Stomper, just as another 6-drop, another thing to do with the Archdruid mana. Also works with Inspiring Call, of course, with the counters. But I kind of like this how it is. So let's go for it. 17 Forests. Let's jam. I'm ready to lose to Interaction. Any interaction of any sort, basically. Oh, this hand sucks. And we're on the draw. I think I got a mulligan. I have 2 Llanowar Elves in my deck. I'll keep this. Let's just get rid of Giant Growth, I think. I mean, Giant Growth is kind of like a removal spell, so maybe I should keep it, but... Yeah, I wish Librarian was an elf. It'd be such a good addition to the deck. Turn 1, Librarian. Turn 2, Elite. Let's just play Colony then. We can go Archdruid next turn, and then hopefully if it lives, we can go Elite. I don't mind them Essence scattering a generic 2/2 Gnarlid colony. Certainly don't mind that. But if it's for the sake of getting instants and sorceries in the yard for a Tolarian Terror, I guess that's a different beast. Witness Protection, okay. Fair enough. Give me a Rexage. Hello? Did my game crash? It was lagging a second ago. Okay, I think we may have crashed. Oh, never mind. Okay. We are on. Why is there an island tapped? Oh, because the witness protection. Okay. Yeah, I guess I just jam the other Archdruid. I'll still attack with the other one. I mean, if they have like Cathar Commando, I don't know. Seems like that's probably what they have. No, they had an instant of some sort. Prideful Parent. Okay. Okay, Elite. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. I can go Snare Spinner. Pump the Librarian for a land drop. Or I could just go Beastkin into Elite, either way. I guess I should play Elite first regardless. Yeah, I actually like playing Snare Spinner. I think while I have the mana before they kill Archdruid or something, I want to get the 1/4 blocker out for the Paladin. It's really nice to have an Archdruid to play Elfsworn Giant because you can play it earlier in the game. So it's not only good to play your 5-drop early, but it's good especially with a landfall creature where you're going to end up having more land drops as opposed to playing it on turn 5 when you've already played like 2 or 3 more lands than you would have otherwise. Or than you would have, playing it with the Archdruid. Basically just gives you more shots at getting landfall triggers. Like so. Although if I play it with the Archdruid to get the thing, then I can't play Beastkin. But if I play Beastkin and then Elfsworn, then I can play both. So I guess I'll do that. Hmm. 3 cards, 5 mana. They didn't do anything. It's a little sketchy. But whatever. Hopefully I don't get Day of Judgmented. Alright, so next turn, I'll have a bunch of mana to throw counters around. Oh, that's fine. What else? Make your move. Oh, it's the first big creature I've played. I guess plus the giant. Nice. Okay, land's not terrible. Makes an elf, pumps the Archdruid mana, and then I can Snare Spinner more. So I'll do that. I should probably Librarian first. How much mana do I have? 8? Yeah, that makes sense to Librarian first, I think. Seriously? Okay. That's lame. Alright. Inspiring Call is not a terrible draw. So I can put counters on the Librarian, draw a card, throw another counter on another creature. And if I draw a land, I think that gives me enough. So I'll have 10 mana. So I can go 4, 3, 3. Yeah, that works. So I can go Librarian into Snare Spinner into Call, draw some cards. And Elf doesn't quite do that. It is pretty much free on mana though. Let's go here. Hmm. They didn't play the Prideful Parent. Yeah, I don't think I mind if I lose the giant. If they want to double block, I think I'll just let it happen. Okay. Giant's gone, so might as well just play the land. Oh wait, they bounced the parent that turn. I'm stupid. Like, oh, they didn't play it. Yeah, bye-bye Snare Spinner, bye-bye Mana Sink. It's okay. So I have 2 creatures with counters. Not as many as I could have. course. Let's attack, I guess. Yeah, whatever. Let's just go all in. If they want to trade with the Llanowar Elves, that's fine. Trade chump. That works. And now I think I just save the Inspiring Call if they do have Day of Judgment. It's possible. I think if they don't have that, I'm in pretty good shape here. Not just going to rip it to draw 2. I'm obviously putting myself at risk here. Oh, that doesn't even matter. I get my Archdruid back. I get another token for Elite. Like, not a big deal. Save them for a turn, but I get the banishing like the other Snare Spinner. Well, I do have a Reclamation Sage in here somewhere, so it'll be okay. Elite. Like, I just get to rebuild here so fast, it's not a big deal. What now? Now if they have Day of Judgment, I will be in trouble. Alright, GG. I did kind of dump my whole hand. And didn't leave Inspiring Charge or a creature with counters or anything. So, whatever. Just wanted to show off, I guess. Alright, well, like successful first outing. I drew two of my Archdruids. Okay, not bad. On the draw again. Ooh. Don't like seeing that. Okay, no life gain synergies yet. No Pridemate, luckily. No 2-drop, okay. Yeah, I think I'm getting off to too slow of a start here against Black-White. But we'll see where it goes. Uh-oh, they have the combo. No blocks. Could just go ahead and kill that Blight Priest while they're tapped out. Might be a good idea. Because I feel like if I just go Archdruid, they're going to kill it. And I don't have any extra elves anyway. I'll still be able to play Snare Spinner next turn. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get that out of the way. I don't think I attack either. I think I just block the Siphoner. Gotta not die. Ah, it sucks. I missed out on 2 damage, but whatever. I'm not gonna be winning a race. I gotta control the board at some point. I mean, if they can't deal with Snare Spinner, I'll be good, but they've just played creatures every turn, and I'm sure they have removal they're saving for something relevant. Don't have much choice, though. I mean, I could, like, boost the Librarian, try to beat out removal, but I just don't have time for that. They just had a very good curve. 1, 2, 3, 4. All aggressive threats. Okay, Snare Spinner did stop the assault. A second one will probably help. I could buff the Librarian to try to draw a land. But let's just jam another Snare Spinner, I think. Because if they drew out like a white removal spell off the Hunter, I'm still going to want another Snare Spinner because I would assume that it still stops their thing. Prideful Parent. Okay, so now I got to watch out for that Claws Out thing. Because they can play that for cheap if they get another Plains. Forest is not bad. They are at 26, but like Overrun can do a lot of damage if they tap out. I think I jam the Giant because it just uses my mana better. I kind of want to play Scavenging. But I think I do that next turn, especially if I draw a land. I can go Scavenging Archdruid and then also just immediately make a 3/3. Elfsworn has reach too, so if they somehow dealt with 2 Snare Spinners, I could still block the Hawk. There's that what's up, Chad White? Just started your Def Seeing way stronger cards in starter packs you don't have? Oh, you mean like foundations, like the starter decks? Yeah, they're pretty cool. I think they gave out like 10 different decks or something. And I don't know if it's on right now. There's like a game reward thing for watching the stream since I'm playing Foundations. I think you should be able to get like a dinosaur precon or something. I don't know how it shows up for you. Should be like a game rewards thing. I don't know. Whatever. They play Vampire Nighthawk. I draw a Giant Growth. Okay. Yeah, let's just start scavenging. I'll hold up a Giant Growth. Make some 3/3s. They could have that white trick that like prevents damage. If they want to attack with Nighthawk, take out one of the Snare Spinners. Okay, they're thinking about something. Luminous Rebuke on the Giant. Okay. Snare Spinner's just holding it down. I'm telling you, this card is very good. Gnarlid Colony is actually interesting because I can immediately just make another 3/3 now. And then we'll be pretty close to being able to overrun to good effect. I think that's better than playing Archdruid and Giant Growth, like holding up Giant Growth. Gives the Librarian trample, nice. No attacks, let's make it 3/3. Okay. An elf's not bad. I can go Archdruid, elf, hold up Giant Growth, and then next turn probably Overrun. I don't even really want to do the math. I just kind of just want to overrun attack. They have double white now, so that probably opens something up they had in hand. If I had to guess. Not sure what though. Trying to think. I mean, obviously Day of Judgment, but I wouldn't really mind too much if they played Day of Judgment. I definitely have a better position, but the fact that I have scavenging means that I just have a better head start on like rebuilding. It's not like they're playing Day of Judgment with like 3 cards in hand, you know. Serra Angel. That doesn't change much. Archdruid. Okay. I said I wasn't going to do math, but I think I might do some math. They're going to gain 4 life. No, 6 life. So they're essentially at 32. I can deal 2, 4, 17, 19, 21, plus 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 27. I can do, what, 48? Is that right? I think I can do 48. They can prevent 7, 8, 10, 11, 14, 18, 20. So 28, so that'd be at 4. Okay, I'll wait a turn. Throw some counters around, I guess. Alright. Should be good next turn. We got an extra 3/3, extra 2 counters, extra Elf Lord, plus the body of the elf itself. I am at a somewhat precarious 9 life if they had something weird. Eaten alive, that doesn't change much on like my plans. They decide to attack. Yeah, I guess that does open the door, huh? No blocks. They go to 28, but it prevents them from blocking with the Nighthawk. They had 2 more toughness though. With the veteran, I think I still have plenty, especially with the forest. Now I have extra giant growth. It should be plenty. GG. It's the first time I've actually gotten to cast Overrun for a good effect. I've had it in like 2 other decks, but just never. I was kind of behind in those games, and it never really worked. GG. Negative 31. Yep. That's the thing about Overrun too, is like I could have easily just cast it last turn and attacked, and even though it didn't kill them, they would have had to block with like so many things that they probably still would have lost the game, you know. But the problem is I was at 9, and it's probably enough to just attack all in and then win the following turn, but I knew I was getting another 3/3. I knew I could just play another Elf Lord. Just add some more power to the board and then like guarantee a win the next turn if they didn't have a Day of Judgment. So seemed like the better play. Cool. 2-0 with some elves. Ooh. So it looks like a good hand. Let's see. Hope they don't have a stab or a burst lightning. Sylvan Scavenging is a good play, but I think I'd go Elite first. While I have an elf out. Pridemate, okay. Okay, so now it's pretty safe that I'll have an elite or I'll have an elf when I play the elite. So I'm gonna go Snare Spinner, I think, and just use my mana better. It also blocks the Pridemate pretty well, even if they gain life. And I can jam Scavenging later if I draw land. Banishing Light on the spinner. Okay, you attacking? No attacks. Could actually set up for an overrun, just go Elite Colony. That wouldn't be crazy. It adds 3 bodies, 6 attackers, but I would have to tap Llanowar Elves to play overrun next turn, so it'd be 5 attackers. It'd be 15 plus like 6, 2, 8, 23. Yeah, it could actually work, but let's just go Scavenging. Trade now? No. Paladin. Okay. Yeah, let's just go Archdruid and then I get a 3/3 if they don't have a stab. They could have a stab. That would suck. I wonder if they can do it in response to the trigger and then I don't get the 3/3. Because like I'll have a 4/4, but then if they stab in response, I won't have a 4/4. You know what I mean? Shit, I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah, I think I actually don't get the 3/3 now. Fuck. Yeah, I should have known. I mean, that's the only thing they can have. I should have just thrown a counter on. Dumb. Could not have to waste a whole nother turn. Not playing this very well. I could have done that overrun tactic. I think it would have. Although I don't have 5 mana yet, so maybe it wouldn't have worked. Pick on the Pridemate, sure. Doesn't give it first strike, though. Yeah, I mean, I'll block. Don't want to give them a treasure, and I'd like to trade for Pridemate before they start gaining life. It's fine with me. Alright, I think at this point I just play Colony. I have a couple elves, so I'll probably have one when I play Elite. I just want to get some 3/3s. Not get gypped out of it this time. 4/4 first strike. This gives them double black, which they might be wanting. Yeah, let's just not give them double black. How about that? Vengeful Blood Witch, okay. Rex Sage, and get my Snare Spinner back. Seems good. Obviously shouldn't be playing that stuff pre-combat, but whatever. I don't care. Get to overrun next turn unless they have a DOJ. Cathar Commando. Yeah. The writing is on the wall. Scavenging is doing a lot of work. Good card. I definitely should have thrown a counter on something though. That one turn, it was very obvious they had stab, and I was like 99% sure it was gonna negate the effect. So a bit of a punt. But I was glad I didn't go for the quick overrun tactic because I didn't end up drawing a land. And I think using my mana better was the right call. Alright, what do we got? Elite Archdruid, yeah, seems okay. Seems okay. Opponent mold to 6. Backwater. Yeah, it looks like Elite's just gonna be a regular old 2/2. Ooh. They missed their third land drop though, looks like. Llanowar Elves, you're late. You're late, buddy. Yeah. Let's get rid of those so they don't go too crazy. Another Felling Blow for the next one. So if they have like Think Twice here, it'd be pretty wild for them to get another token. Don't need that value. Got Helpful Hunter instead, pretty good. Infestation Sage, okay. Yeah, I mean, I think I just Felling Blow again. I mean, the Mystic seems like something I need to get rid of. I don't have any Reachers out right now. Also lets me attack, so. Makes a 4/4 for the Horn Beetle. No blocks, eh? Okay. So next turn I can go Horn Beetle, Archdruid. If they play a Banishing Light or something, I can Rex Sage. No blocks. So they've drawn land. Exemplar. Well, now I wish I had a Felling Blow back, huh? It's okay, though. If they have a way to gain life, then I get messed up here, but yeah, there's the backwater. Yeah, this probably get out of hand now. They have a lot of chumpers. I have a decent amount of power on the board, but Exemplar's very strong. I need to draw like a snare spinner. Yeah, they can race pretty well. And they have a spell of some sort. Not great news for me. Another Archdruid, nice. Alright, get in there. What do you got? I mean, even if they have like Cathar Commando, I think I'm okay. They probably have just like removal of some sort. Stab on the 6/6 plus Celestial Armor. I'm probably dead now. Indestructible, they hit me for 7. 8 in the air. If they have any way to gain life, I'm dead. Oh wait, no, Infestation Sage. No. I have to just do it all in here. Even though it's indestructible. But if they have a way to gain life, I'm still dead. Wow, what a draw. Jesus. Damn. Yeah, that was brutal. I mean, I guess maybe they didn't just draw that, but it seems like they did. Or maybe, well, maybe they just drew the Hawk. I guess that would make more sense, because I think they had room to play Hawk the previous turn. Yeah, maybe they had the Eagle and they were just waiting on the armor. Either way, a lot of good cards. Good sequencing from them. Yeah, I used the Felling Blows. I could have saved it for something scarier like that Angel, but I think it was correct to get those 2/1 flyers out of the way. I mean, I don't know. Maybe not. And getting up to like a 4-power creature for the Hornbeal seemed good. It was a close one. They did have a lot of gas, so I think even like a slightly less good series of cards from them, and I still would have won. So, what's up, Crambert? Crambert Crumblebee. It's quite the name. I like Foundations. It's been a lot of fun. It's been nice to get back to core set type drafting. Nice change of pace for sure. What about you? Double Archdruid. Yeah, hopefully I draw something else. I would even take like another Elite. Play the first one as a regular 2/2, but then get some tokens. Nice, yeah. Yeah, Black-White has seemed pretty good. There hasn't been like a color pair, like specific color that seemed like particularly bad, which is good. All right, get in there. Depending on what they play here, I could end up getting some Archdruid attacks in. Maybe not. Infernal Vessel. It's an annoying one. So, we're obviously playing Archdruid. I don't really want to play Giant Growth, so let's just attack with the Elite. And then if they block with Vessel, I have the option to maybe Felling Blow it. I could wait on something scarier, though. They don't block. Interesting. We must have plans to sacrifice it or something. Blood Witch. Okay. They just want maximum Blood Witch triggers. They still have a stop, so I'm assuming that means stab. Oh, eaten alive, sure. That makes sense too. Alright, you got me. Llanowar Elves, okay. I kind of want to put the counter on the Archdruid just to get it out of stab range and also be able to attack with it. I think I need to put some pressure on. I don't think they'll double with the Blood Witch, though. Yeah, let's still do it. Spread the power around. I think getting it out of stab range is actually relevant. I know I can like giant growth to prevent the stab from working, but I don't really want to do that if I can just throw a counter on. She got a free dino deck? Nice. Yeah, I was hoping it was working. I saw the little game reward thing. Nobody actually claimed it yet, so that's cool that it works. They get to loot when it attacks too. Elfsworn Giant, not bad. +1/+1 death touch if there are 7 or more, so they could easily get to 7 next turn just off the loot plus another card. Probably still trade with it, I guess. Let's see, do they have the stab, I wonder? If I attack with everything and they do have the stab, I guess I don't care to lose my Llanowar Elves that much. Oh, they're just gonna double. That's tough, sure. Yeah, they do have stab. Okay. So no giant, but I at least get to eat their stuff. They gain 2, I lose 2. That was overall nice for me, though. It's a good example of, you know, a moment where if you're okay with the trade and you think your opponent might have something, just let the trade go and then make them do their thing first. And if they don't do it, then, you know, they don't do it. If you think it's an acceptable trade, just make it. In most cases, at least. Alright, Indrik is a great draw. Just gonna jam that. Smack for 6. Okay. Why are we doing this? Just concede. Okay. Like, you could have just scooped. Whatever. People can play their cards. Four and one with the elves. It's been going pretty well so far. The one I lost, I mean, that was a very close match. I mean, my opponent kept a 2-lander. I think they missed 1 land drop and then just kind of had all gas from there. Still almost won. This is a great hand. And on the play, so hopefully they don't have an answer for Llanowar Elves. Should be able to run away if they don't. That is not an answer. Well, it's an answer, just not not one that kills elves. It's a response. Adventuring gear. Okay. You got another plains. Sure. No blocks. God, just turn 3 Indrik. Pretty ridiculous. Turn 3 Indrik in Foundations draft. Yeah, I'll take the action. Why not? Dazzling Angel, sure. Another Archdruid, okay. Okay. This is getting silly now. I think it's actually relevant to get the life gain creature off the board to avoid any life gain synergy stuff. Just keep pushing the damage. GG. I mean, if they just go like land not damnation, land Day of Judgment. Obviously that's rough, but it is what it is. That was a sick draw. That's a good example of what Llanowar Elves can do, what it can facilitate, especially on the play. Pretty ridiculous. Coupled with Archdruid, of course. That's about the best that this deck could possibly hope for. Turn 1 Llanowar Elves into Archdruid plus 6 drop, like, 2 for 1. Your opponent has no interaction. Just not very beatable. Well, it's beatable if you have interaction, I guess, but ooh, this is an interesting hand. I definitely have much more explosive draws than this, but hopefully if I draw a creature or two, it's pretty solid. Like, ways to throw counters around, Inspiring Call to draw, counter, Snare Spinner throws counters, good defense. It is tempting. I think it's a mulligan, but nah, let's just keep. I really like scavenging, and I think as long as my opponent doesn't get off to like a super fast start, should be good. Like, I really just need to draw like any creature. So I didn't draw a 2. That's okay. I'll throw scavenging out if I don't draw a 3. Yeah, I don't love it either, but it's an interesting kind of draw. Giant Growth, not the best, not the best draw. It's okay. Next turn we got Snare Spinner, and then oh, I guess whatever. I'll choose that. We got Snare Spinner, and if they don't have removal for it, we should be good. Because I'll draw creatures eventually. What is this? Each other angel you control angel. Oh, this is a reprint, right? Or it's like similar to a previous card. For each angel you already control. Damn. Add one. Only cast an angel. Okay. I mean, hopefully they don't have a lot more angels. We shall see. Gnarled Colony would have been nice a couple turns ago. It's okay. From New Capenna. Yeah, that's what I thought, but it looks, I think it's different art, right? So I was wondering if it was maybe like a same named character, but like a different card or something. Who knows? I could also go Colony and hold. Nah, that doesn't make sense. Let's just go Snare Spinner. Throw a counter on it. They probably have removal, but if they don't, then clogs the board pretty well. That's a angel. It's a 4/4, but I guess they don't have a way to deal with the Snare Spinner yet. Felling Blow. So that's a great draw. I guess I just go for the Seraph. Because Yada obviously is good with other angels, but it's the weaker card on the board, and who knows how many more angels they actually have. Could also just jam a Colony and not worry about the 4/4 yet. And then I'd be able to get a 3/3. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they didn't have removal for it last turn, so maybe they don't have removal. It could be they were just trying to set up. They were just trying to set up like a better attack when they do play the removal. Or they have like a Sarah Angel here that they want to make like huge. But all the more reason to save Felling Blow for, like with my Death Touch Snare Spinner. Yeah, Rebuke, sure. But like at this point, I can race pretty well if they want to attack with the 4/4. No blocks, okay. So get another 3/3. Yeah, Scavenging is just going off here. That's mostly why I kept the opener. It's just I felt like if my opponent didn't get off to a crazy good start, Scavenging was just gonna run away with it. Felidar Savior. That's a good one. Lifelinker. Throw some counters on. Okay, getting in. I think I just block and I don't Giant Growth. Go to 8. And yeah, let's just take my turn here. Draw land. 5, 6, 7, 8, 11. So I can't really, well, I could attack all in and then Giant Growth them for the win. Yeah, let's try it. It does slap. Well, they don't block. Okay. GG. That is kind of wild. Whatever. I'll take it. If you want to put yourself dead to a common, then be my guest. All right, 6-1 with the mono green elves. See if we can finish it. What's up, Andrew? Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Ooh. Okay. Uh, Not super explosive, but we got cards. Happy to be on the play. Thanks for the follow, Cranbert. Thanks for hanging out. A swamp. Okay, okay. Attack. You have a stab. Probably. Looks like a stab. Pause. I mean, if they go for colony, I don't mind. I know it's bigger now, but like, librarian's definitely better later. They still have something. They could also have an essence scatter. Let's go attack for 1. I guess if they have like a flash creature. I don't think there's any flash creatures that punish me there that have like more than 1 toughness. Alright, you got the scatter or no? Think twice, sure. The standard or draft? It is draft. Foundation's draft. Although this deck like almost looks like a standard deck with the Archdruids. I ended up with 3 Elvish Archdruids. Because I first picked one. I'm like, oh, I'll see if I can force elves and see what happens. And then I got past the second one, the second pick. And then in the third pack, I opened a third one. So, I don't know. Destiny, I guess. I was saying during the draft, it's like, I wouldn't be too surprised ending up with Elvish Archdruid, like 3 of them. Because if just nobody else is in elves and they happen to open the Archdruids, like sometimes you get past them. But like to open 2 of them, it's kind of wild. And like when you're still in, or when you're already in elves. So I have 5 mana here, not quite enough for an Indrik, but I don't want to play that anyway. So I guess I just buff up the Librarian. I think this is just during your turn, but not sorcery, so I can attack first if I so choose. I guess I'll do it now, because if I don't draw anything to play with the Archdruid mana, I think I'll just attack with it. If they have like that flash 2/1, I don't really mind trading. Oh. Well, I didn't really mean that flash 2/1, but still I don't I don't really mind trading. Not a big deal. I meant the Brineborn Cutthroat is what I was thinking of. Okay, okay. Double Felling Blow, yeah. So hopefully they play something else that I can Indrik and I draw a land, and then I can Felling Blow the Terror with the Indrik. That's the plan right now. Tolarian Terror is still a very strong card. One of my favorites to draft in Dominaria United. Just get a million spells and play some terrors. I think the most I ended up with was 6 in one deck. It's pretty crazy. Ooh, Scavenging is a good draw if I'm not going to draw a land. Although, I guess I don't really need a land this turn. They have 4 cards in hand plus a Think Twice, and they just passed with 5 mana up. It's a little scary. Let's attack first, see what happens. I guess I'll play Scavenging if they have the like 3 mana cancel thing. Refute, yeah. So be it. I don't really have another play this turn, so I kind of just have to jam. They have a terror out. I don't have infinite turns. They pass again. Okay. Attack. Actually, maybe it's wrong to attack. I could have... Yeah, I could try like the Inspiring Call play. But if they have removal, it's pretty bad for me. I guess it's bad for me regardless. Ooh, that works though. That does work. So I draw a Ranger. There's a decent chance I draw a land next turn. I mean, I've missed on lands for the last like 3 or 4. Oh, I guess I can't jump now anyway. Oh. Yeah, okay. They had a lot of gas, it turns out. So now I have to deal with 2 things. Unfortunately, Indrik trades with the Banshee, so then I'm dead to terror. I don't draw land anyway, though. Yeah, I'm just dead. 2 5-power creatures. I can only play 1 blocker, so... GG. Alright, 6 and 2. I hate to go 6 and 3 at the very end here. But just adding to the suspense, I guess. I get to play the maximum number of games with this cool elf list, so no complaints. Come on. Llanowar Elves on the play, please. I have 2 in the deck. Wait. No way. What the hell? This is... Crambert, are you watching this? This is the exact same hand I had earlier. This is identical to the hand I had earlier. What the hell? This is... I don't have multiple... I mean, I guess I have multiple snare spinners. I have 2 snare spinners. This is crazy. 4 lands, Inspiring Call, Scavenging, Snare Spinner. Isn't that what I had before? That's weird. I mean, it worked last time. Whatever. If it ain't broke. I think I was on the play last time though, so maybe maybe this won't work out quite the same. All right, we drew the elf. We're saved. We're saved. We're playing against green. No worries, no problem. Green black, no plays. Okay. I feel good. I feel good. No stab yet. What do you got? Nighthawk, Mossborn Hydra. Okay. That is a somewhat scary one. If they have Evolving Wilds. Let's get a Snare Spinner down. Throw some counters on that. The Scavenging incentivizes me to grow 1 creature to a 4 power, but the Inspiring Call makes me want to spread the counters out. Also, making Snare Spinner a 2/5 lets me block Hydra next turn without trading, which is nice. Okay. So, I think I just go Librarian, Elves, and then hold up Inspiring Call. I don't really trust them enough to attack here. I guess it's a little telling that I have something. I'm actually going to throw it on... Yeah, whatever. We'll throw it on the Librarian. Maybe it'll tempt a removal spell. Play Inspiring Call. They just have Baking Dough Pie? Perfect. Yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping. I'm surprised they went for the Librarian, not the Snare Spinner, though. Draw 3 cards. They also did it before the counter went on. Or, sorry, after the counter went on. Not a great idea. Sure, you can eat and alive it now. You are allowed to do that. Okay. Indrik, I mean, it does fight it, but it trades with it, so I think I just go Felling Blow. Play Beastkin. Smack for 5. And let's put a counter here. Spread the love. And I think we're like 90% to win this game. Unless they play something crazy. Okay. Yeah, let's just throw some counters around, I guess. Save the Indrik for if they do have something. GG, shake my hand. The Quake Strider, nice. Good game. Alright, I'll have the I was gonna have the Indrik fight it. They're both it's a dinosaur, right? Isn't it? Or no, it's just a beast. It's like a non-dinosaur dinosaur. It's an Indrik. It's funny. Yeah, I was gonna have him test his metal against the 12-8. Cool. 7-2. Yeah, that was a sweet list. Triple Archdruid, double Llanowar Elves. Like it was one thing to get the triple Archdruid, but like it's actually not that common to get double Llanowar Elves, so it was really nice to get that in addition to the lords here. And then scavenging was like honestly MVP. I mean, how many 3/3s did we make and like throwing counters around and just crazy good. Got me out of a hole against that white deck. I was able to overrun. Although snare spinners were big in that game too. Definitely a mythic or a mythic common even. This card reads 100% like it should be an uncommon, but it is just a common. It's funny too how many like uncommons you see in this set where you're like, oh, that's an uncommon? Oh, okay. I guess. And then you see this one, you're like, that's a common? What the fuck? Well, anyway, good list. 7-2. All right. I think I got time for another one. Oh, actually, I no, I do actually need to jump off here. Be a short one, short stream. It was a cool draft though. I don't mind ending on that one. We got into platinum, so moving up. I haven't drafted like done premier drafts like ranked drafts on Arena in a long time. I didn't draft at all in Duskmorn, and I didn't do Bloomburrow either. I did like one quick draft of it, but I was just playing Vintage Cube, so this is actually the first time I've ranked up on the Arena ladder in like several months. So maybe we'll get to Mythic and see how we fare. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later. Adios.